Hello my lovelies and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome to my little Cockney Craft family for the first time. You are very welcome and appreciated. So we're here with week 16 of our memory keeping in our journal that's getting quite a bit chunky. And so yeah, I found us a page. If I can still find it. Yeah, I thought because these colours of, that was, if you remember, if you was here before, that was my first ever go at eco dyeing. It didn't come out great, but it didn't come out like end of the world terrible, so I included a page or two in this journal. So we'll get that out of the way. Oh, and that out of the way. So I'm going to be working here today. And yeah, we'll see how we go. So I've got my little basket. And I'll show you these first because these are just out of a magazine. They was freebies like for Easter and Mother's Day. Like I've got them out of two different magazines. Card making ones, and yeah, so I've cut them out because I thought I really love the colours, and obviously it's been Easter. I've got a little 6x6 paper pad here with some gorgeous, really beautiful spring sort of summery feel to it, and it's called Floral Fancies. These are just £1 in the pound shop for anyone in the UK. Don't have to spend a lot to get something lovely. So I buy, anytime I see a new one of these, I buy them because they're great, and it's just normal, like thin, like normal paper, or a bit thicker. But yeah, it's not card, so it doesn't add loads of bulk to the page. And yeah, they're £1. And so I think they're well worth the money. And I've got a few other bits and bobs that I wanted to include. So, right, just pull the drawer out next to me so I can balance. I thought we'd go ahead and cover the whole page. As you can see, and you guys that have been with me for a while will remember, I knocked over my candle and I've got wax on my page, or a few of my pages, but that don't stop us, does it? Look, you can't see it on this side, and you ain't going to be able to see it on this side. So I think I've cut this right. Just, I don't want it hanging over. And what I'm going to actually do, so that I don't have too much bulk, I'm going to cut off where I'm going to be placing a pocket. So yeah, and then I can use this side for a tag because I love this. But obviously I didn't want it, well not obviously, some people might want it sideways on like that, but I would prefer it that way. So I could have used that and then have a pocket, but I really like this and I think the colours go well. But yeah, I do want to use that for something because it's so pretty, isn't it? So I hope everyone has a nice Easter, and if you don't celebrate Easter, like a nice spring break kind of time. I've had a wonderful fortnight, I have, because I've had the kids here for 2 weeks, on and off. They've been home like the odd day or two, but yeah, the majority of the time I've had my daughters and grandchildren staying here with me and the boys, which, oh, it's fabulous, isn't it? Spending time with the people you love, it's just unbeatable, isn't it? So yeah, we had a lovely time. I did want to do a craft with me and Lily, but that'll have to happen next time she stays over because the weather has been so hot and so lovely. I haven't wanted to come indoors really because, well, not just me, the kids as well, because yeah, it's been absolutely glorious. Really a lot hotter than we would normally expect in the UK at this time of year. But yeah, it seems like we've gone straight from winter into summer. We didn't have spring this year, it seems, you know, because it just, a couple of weeks ago it was freezing out, absolutely freezing. Sorry, that was just my glass tray that I ink on and glue on. I balanced it against my leg and then fidgeted, because I am a fidget, I can't help it. Right, I'm going to want this as my pocket. Isn't this cute with the bunnies? Obviously I'm going to trim it down. Where's my pencil? Right, well I can't see my pencil, so I'll have to do it with a pen. Just mark a little bit where I want it. And let's see where our thing comes up to. Oh, if we go there, and that's just above those, this is rubber bunnies and flowers. And so yeah, it's this, where this is thin magazine paper, I'm not adding too much bulk to my already starting to be chunky journal. Right, I'm going to have to go a little bit higher because I was cutting into the flowers. Let's see. Does that look straight? I'm not sure if it does. Right, let's chance it. And we'll see. I marked, oh, you know what I did? I marked the top and I've cut it the other way first. So, this is going to be out pocket like that. That's fine. I've got to mark it again, silly me, because, yeah, I marked it and then cut off the bit that I marked. What a donut. So, yeah, I hope everyone had a lovely break. It was, I'm sorry, I do apologise for not being on so much crafting, but, yeah, it's just been a lovely time, but I haven't had much free time to do the things like coming and working on my journals or any kits or anything. I'm going to put a little bit of ink on the edge of this, just to give it that little bit of definition, although I will be, what do you call it, I am going to trim, put some trim round, I think, the top and the bottom of this pocket, but I'll come to that in a minute. But yeah, I just want a little bit of ink just to sort of make that line in between the two a little more defined. So just a very light bit of ink there, and we'll see how that looks. So yeah, I've just printed off a couple of pictures of the children because they featured heavily in my Easter time, because I've spent so much time with them. Right, now what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to make a pocket with a bit of a crease and then stick this onto it, because sticking this on, this thin, where it's not backed on anything, I think will tear with the stress of putting things in and out. So I'm going to grab something to back this with, and we'll just go from there. Right, so I've grabbed a piece of paper and very lightly, I don't know if you can see this, I've put my piece of paper there and I've marked how wide it is, and then I've left a gap either side. I've marked down the bottom where it comes to, and then I've drawn a rough little line there, because I want to do some folds so that once this is stuck on, it will sort of not be so stressed with the things going in and out of the pocket. If we've got a little fold and a little bit of leeway with our paper. So I've marked it like that so that I can put it on my little scoreboard. And just, it ain't even got to be that exact. It's just to help the pocket not be stressed. So up this way, and that's about there. And we'll just do this side, and that's about, let's see, right, that's roughly it. And then what we'll do is cut off these little bits here, and then I'll just lightly ink in case you see any of the white paper underneath our pocket. And hopefully just giving it these extra bits will help. Right, I want to cut those at an angle though. We don't want the straight lines because it'll make it fatter in those areas where the folds are meeting with the other paper. So just cut those bits off. Grab my bone folder back just to get these lines a little bit crisp so that we're not getting confused where we've got to stick our thing. So that's going to sit like that. And yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna put a little bit of ink around these edges. So I'll probably just do a really light one. I'll use this antique linen, and I'm just going to go straight onto the paper. Oh, sorry for the noise. Get that in. And yeah, we probably won't even see it, but just in case, I wanted to do it like that. And then again, on, just because it's paper onto paper and it's so thin, a glue stick will normally do, and it gives us a little bit of movement for when I mess up and position it wrong. Sorry, I just had to have a sip of coffee because it's morning here, and when I first get up in the mornings and my tablets from the night haven't worn off properly yet, I get very, very dry throat and mouth, like really bad. Makes me talk funny sometimes, like, or my mouth pulls funny shapes. Can't explain it, but yeah, it is really weird. Like, my kids would always say, "Mum, don't get a drink, your mouth's going weird," if I'm trying to have a conversation when I first get up. Right, I'll just wipe this glue, and then glue on those flaps that I made. And although it's only thin copy paper, I haven't used card because I didn't want too much bulk. It'll give it that extra little bit of strength that we require for our pocket. Right. and you see it sits like you can easily put your fingers in, whereas before that would have torn doing that. But yeah, I like those colours so far. Now I've got a couple of pictures. They're only little, just of the kids. I'm not sure whether I'm going to position them yet though, so I'll keep them out. They're only tiny, and we'll have a little think of how we're going to decorate this. Right, so I'm going to decorate this. I'm going to stick a bit of this yellow lace down here. This was right bargain, like you get little offcuts, like, so it's like a yard, the last yard on the roll, and down the market, like you can get them for like 15p, I think it is, 15p or 20p for the whole yard, because it's the last one on the thing. She does little bundles, and I picked it up thinking, I don't know if I'd use this colour, you know, and then I thought, oh, there'll be a time when I will, because I like to go through that little basket where they're only like 15p or 20p, because it's such a bargain. And yeah, I thought they'd look nice and Eastery, nice yellow, so I want that there. Now I've done the same thing with another smaller piece of paper, but this isn't from the magazine, this is from the paper pad, so it's not as flimsy, so I don't need to back it, but I just thought I'd make the flaps to make a little pocket going here, or shall I have it on the inside? No, probably the outside will be better, so I'll whack a bit of glue on there. Oh, it's already starting to come out. I'm at the bottom of this glue, and I don't want to open the other one until this one's finished, but you know, it has a mind of its own. I've just seen a bit go onto the paper where I don't want it, so let's get that off. Will that fit in? Yeah, I'll stick this in so that that definitely won't stick. And I wanted this. Come on. That's getting in the way. Right, that's okay. Now I can I'll put another one in to make sure that one didn't get sticky. And then if there is any more glue still on the back of this bit, it's not going to stick to the page, because that dries really quickly and the card is just protecting it. So we'll have that there. Oh, and I cut out from the magazine this Happy Easter, so I'm going to stick that on, and then I think that will be enough for pockets. And then I can think about what's going on up here, or what's going to be sticking out of these pockets. Right, oh, I think that's lovely. And so I think I want something up there, and I know just the thing. I've got this lovely trim from Ruby at Little Books, and look at that, that is beautiful. So I'll cut it first. Let's see. Right, I'm up to that little lump there. I'll go just after. That's it. Yeah, that will be lovely. And yeah, this glue either all wants to come out at the same time, just free itself from the bottle forevermore, or you know what it's like, it don't want to come out at all. It's all or nothing, isn't it, when you get to the end of that kind of glue. But I don't like to waste it, so I'm not throwing it away. There's still about an inch worth in here, so yeah, that ain't going nowhere till it's empty. I don't like waste. Right, oh, I like that. That looks nice, although I'm not sure whether that pocket's on straight, but yeah, don't look it. Oh, it's fine, it's fine. Right, so we can have something in there, and then this larger pocket, we can have a big tag. So I'm going to move this out of the way for a minute, and we'll grab our other paper. Okay, so we're going to start on some tags now. So I've got a lovely garden image. I wish my garden looked like this, but it don't. But yeah, that I love that garden image. It's out of an old gardening book that my mum gave me, and we've spent the last fortnight just in the garden all the time. Lovely bit of that paper from the magazine, and I'm torn because I love both sides. But I'm going to go with this side for now, and I've got the copy side of a receipt. So I thought I'll take these and I'm going to back them onto some lovely avocado dyed paper from my friend Denise over at Wunderbar Crafts, and I'm not sure if I think she might have some in stock right now. It's gorgeous, absolutely stunning. I love it, and I think the lovely pink will look beautiful as my paper to journal on at the back of all these tags. So I'm going to stick them on. I don't know why I stuck all the way around, because I was thinking I'm going to go over to the sewing machine. Right, I'll do that one last, sewing, because I was just going to put a little bit of glue in the middle just to hold it still. But you know what I'm like, I get chatting and I forget what the plan was. But at least it's real, and it, you know that I'm not I'm not heavily editing my videos. No chance. I'm not that technical. I do edit a little bit sometimes, but yeah, what you see is what you get with me, innit? You know that, my subscribers, and you're all wonderful. So I'm going to sew these on the sewing machine and then bring them back over here. Okay, so we've got our 3 tags here. I sewed a little tab onto each one, and they're all backed with the avocado dyed paper. And I really like how they've come out with their little tabs at the top. So we've got those that we could put a little bit of decoration on in a minute. I'm going to grab our page back, because these are all quite long tags, so they will cover most of this. So I don't want the baby. I was going to have the babies up there, but I don't want my babies covered up, so I want them down here. So we'll just give those a little ink and get them down. And then, yeah, I know it doesn't leave much of the paper being shown, but that's fine, because yeah, I don't want them stuck behind tags or on the tags. I want them on their own. So if I go about there, then I've still got a bunny rabbit, and then I've still got some carrots. I've got a carrot coming out that side as well. Yeah, I'll do it like that. And right, it's only thin paper again, so I'm just going to use a glue stick and get these on. Right, so we wanted those about there, and then we'll have this little one just overlapping slightly there. Right, so we've got the kiddies down on the pocket, so I like that. I was thinking, waste not, want not, with this little bit of lace. I might just put it there so that it just hangs off the edge of the page. Just a little bit of interest up there, really. Right, so where does that come down to? That blue line. And see, it's handy working with the plaid because I can line it up. It's such an easy background to work with. Right, said she. I better muff it up now. Right, no, that's perfect. I didn't want it loads hanging over, but just a little overhang. And then I've got this little flower that I think will look great with it. Hang on, do I want the frayed bit at the top or the bottom? I'll have it at the bottom. Right, and just a little bit of glue. Get the lid on so that it don't overflow. And that again, just overlapping that a little bit. And then we've got the frayed bit at the bottom. So that's that. And then I've got a couple of little bits and bobs that I sorted out earlier. Some little tickets, and I've got some nice washi that I thought looked good, but I'm not too sure. This is going to be mainly all covered up, so I will probably decorate my little tags a bit more rather than decorating the background on top of the plaid and just making it bulkier for no reason, because it's not going to be seen unless you're taking the journaling cards out to either write on them or read on off of them, you know. So yeah, I don't think it's worth adding more bulk there. We've got a nice little decorative bit, and everything that's going to be visible is decorated. So we'll have a bit of cheesecloth. And just pull it about a little bit. And we'll have that coming down there. I might have it a bit shorter. Yeah, I will. I'll have it a bit shorter than that. Right. And then just pull it about to make the edges non-uniform again. We don't want those straight lines. Well, I don't want them straight lines. Other people might. But yeah, I was thinking I could have that round about there. I've got to keep this. Yep. Sorry, I'm just muttering to myself there about what we're going to have. I've got a couple of tiny little buttons. My daughter's got my button box at the moment. She was looking for a button to hang on a cardigan, to sew on cardigan, a set of buttons. So I'm just going to grab those from her. Right, I just found some nice little buttons, and I've sewn just a bit of thread, like this thread, just through so that it will look like it's sewn on when we glue them on. And I will just figure out where we want this exactly. And so, yeah, what was it? I was going to share with you something, a really lovely thing. One of my subscribers shared with me the other day that she'd heard here on YouTube. And so it was Kathy D. Hello, Kathy, my love. Thank you so much for what you shared with me the other day. She told me that she heard another YouTuber saying that, you know, I always say how much crafting and starting this YouTube channel has like sort of made my mental health a lot better and that, and seems to be keeping the bouts of depression that I kept suffering with over and over, it seems to be keeping them at bay. Well, what Kathy heard was that, it's scientifically proven that when we're crafting, you know, like the sort of, they say like when you're exercising and that, it releases endorphins and things like that, and so it brings you up, makes you feel better and that. Well, crafting does the exact same thing. And so when we're all saying that, like, it's sort of how much this benefits us, it's scientifically proven now that it does, you know. It's not just us thinking it because we're doing something we enjoy. It's our brains. It's our brains feeling so happy, enjoying what we're doing, and then sort of creating more endorphins that sort of will keep on perpetuating it, making us feel happier and better and stronger and that. And so, yeah, I'm paraphrasing, you know, I'm not very good. I'm not very good at technical terms and that, you know, so I'm sure you could look it up and find out exactly what it does, you know. But it's similar along the lines to what happens to us when we're exercising. And I thought that was a lovely thing for Kathy to share with me. And also that it would be a lovely thing to share with you guys, because it just goes to show, keep doing what you're doing, keep reaching out and talking to people. You know, I love it when my subscribers, or even people that aren't my subscribers, if I've commented on someone else's video and then one of their subscribers like talks to me and we interact, you know, I love it. I think it's fantastic meeting like-minded people like this, although it's only virtually and we don't meet face to face. It's that feeling of belonging, it's that feeling of knowing that there's other people like you out there that are sharing your joy and crafting and just enjoying themselves and interacting with each other. It's brilliant. I love it. And yeah, I just wanted to share that little bit. I think I'm going to leave this one as is, to go in the long pocket. Right. Come on, in you go. Right, because that will sit like that. I love them buttons there. And I'm just going to put a little bit, just these couple of tickets at the top, and then this will be my main largest one for journaling on. But yeah, I think, and then I'm going to call it a day, because even though I'm wearing really lightweight clothes, ladies, if you're of a certain age, you'll know what I'm talking about. I'm going through my menopause, and all of a sudden I've come over and now I am like so hot. It's I feel like I'm hotter than the surface of the sun. But yeah, anyone that's been through their menopause will know exactly what I'm talking about. I didn't believe that this was actually a thing, that I just thought it was just people exaggerating and that. And I have gone, I'm literally soaked, and I've never sweated in my life. I've never, like, my skin, it just don't, I've never really been like that, you know. And I love the heat, I love being out in the sun. But yeah, all of a sudden, this last year, it goes, it's just ridiculous. Normal temperature or even cold 1 minute, and then the next minute I'm broke out into a sweat like I've run the marathon. Right, so I think with all these, with these large journaling cards, tags, whatever, I think that's enough, because yeah, I don't want to keep adding too much bulk, although I have added them buttons, but I really like how they look. And that was just a little tiny image from Edith Holden. And yeah, I think that's enough, because like I said, you're not going to see anything behind. And yeah, I think I'll just add down here that we're on, what are we on, week 16? So yeah, I'll probably just write that on how I do, like, afterwards. You see, I normally find a place, and yeah, so I'll do that. But yeah, that was this week's fun with Easter. And so yeah, I hope all of you had a lovely Easter. Oh no, there's one more thing. I wanted to add one of these flowers from my friend Denise. They're really, really lovely. Oh, that could go up there, couldn't it? Yeah, right. I'll do that in a minute. But yeah, I'm going to add that there. because I think that looks really cute. So yeah, thank you all very much for watching. Thank you, Kathy, for sharing the fact that it's scientifically proven that crafting and art and crafts is just brilliant for us. You know, we knew we felt good, but now we know it is contributing to better health, which is an amazing fact. So I loved that, Kathy, so thank you again. And yeah, I'll be back with another video very, very soon. Thank you very much for watching. I love you all very lots and appreciate you so much. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye.